As the melody plays, shout out to Too Much YouTube, Blow Yard Gang, podcast listeners all over the globe, guys. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Captain Crown. Episode 17, no Jeremy Lin. Listen, man, we back with a brand spanking new one for your head top, man. Y'all already know how we do over here, man. We talk about all things in the NBA, man. We're here to celebrate the game that we love, and that's the NBA, whether it be new or old. All right, so listen, guys, if you're new to the channel, into NBA content, do us a huge favor, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel, guys. And also, too, everybody hit them likes. Let's help us get them likes up once again, guys, so we can build that algorithm up to find more NBA fans like yourselves. And also, too, we take questions and comments at the end of the show. So if you guys have a question or a comment addressing me and King here on the panel, we ask that you hit us with the C, N as in Nancy, C in front of your comment or your question so that we will be able to see that you're talking to us and we can address you. Also, too, we take on any super chats that come in first, guys. So just a heads up. And we like to thank y'all for joining us for another episode. Got a lot to get into, man. Some people give their take on the whole Cooper Flagg draft pick. We got to definitely get into the conference finals and other things. And King's favorite ESPN personality strikes again, man. So we're going to have to get into that too. But listen, man, before we start that, man, let's start the show off just like this, King. And listen, I'm not going to lie to you. I was told some things.
I was told.
I was told.
I was told.
I was told.
So, Cooper Flagg, as y'all know, is projected to be the first pick overall in the draft. A lot of people have their opinions about him. So we just we found a few experts who got some things to say about Cooper Flagg and give their opinion about him being a professional NBA player. So check these out, man. We found three of them. The first one up, man, is one Boogie Cousins. This is what he had to say.
Does Nico keep that pick? Does he keep that pick or what? What you think?
Yeah, you can package that. PJ, some other guys, Gafford to Milwaukee.
Cooper's the unknown technically.
Now we got Giannis back in play.
So you,
Done.
I mean,
This is a Price is Right moment.
Kevin Durant wouldn't be a bad move there either with that number one pick. So,
But would you would get rid of a young Cooper Flagg for Kevin Durant? No, because Giannis I get because he's young.
Nico's already on record saying it's a 3-year window as far as winning the championship.
True, he
so
did.
Cooper Flagg doesn't fit that window.
No.
Kevin Durant does. So I absolutely think he'll trade that number one pick. I think that's an option.
So Boogie said, shut up and trade that pick for 85-year-old Kevin Durant. King, what you think, man?
I told you before. I think it was an option that the Mavericks had, but I don't think Nico has the cojones to make the move. So I don't think they're going to do it.
King, I'm going to say this again. What has Kevin Durant done since leaving the Golden State Warriors?
No. Well, absolutely. I'm not trading that. I wouldn't trade for Kevin Durant, but he hasn't done anything.
So once again, then on top of that, Kevin Durant is 83 years old now?
Something like that.
Why would you automatically trade your future for a projected generational player that you have control of right now on your team for a player who since leaving Golden State has not had the success he's had before leaving Golden State? And giving up a young player on top of that, bro. That makes absolutely no sense. I'm not going to lie to you. I know a lot of people say they want Nico fired. I would fire Nico right now if I found out he traded that number one pick for Kevin Durant, bro.
That's what I say. I don't think he has the cojones to do that.
That would be the stupidest trade of all time, bro, other than the Luka trade. But that's dumb, bro. I don't think any GM would do that, bro. That's stupid. No. But, I was told before, it's a good thing we said this is a I was told segment, because I was told, let these type of people talk about the game because they played the game. But it is what it is. But listen, man, we got another expert giving his take on Cooper Flagg.
Do you have any idea how marketable that is? Squeaky clean brother that's a superstar that happens to be white and his last name is Flagg. Nobody in America needs to even try to compete with him in endorsement deals. Oh my Lord. Oh my goodness. It's crazy. Cooper Flagg. And he got the game to back it up. The brother spec.
What you think, King? What you think about old Stephen A. Smith? He knows everything. What's up?
I don't know, man. Stephen A. Usually when he says something, it's usually the opposite. So that's like, watch out. But I mean, he not talking like straight BS. It's just like, oh, you see it here though, Stephen A. But yeah, Cooper Flagg, white American, in Dallas. He's marketable. If he's that dude, he's going to be. So we'll see.
We will see, man. But that's not those two ain't even it, man. This is the quote right here. I think I saw some people online kind of talking about this quote here, man. Shout out to Mr. Lockdown himself, man, Tony Allen. He said some things about Cooper Flagg, man, that got a lot of people kind of scratching their head.
I don't think Cooper Flagg gonna turn your franchise around like that. Hey, no, for real. I ain't seeing KD. I'm seeing Andre Karolinko. What? He gonna be a one-time?
What about his game do you not see that?
Like, first thing first, he's not a three-point shooter, Klay Thompson kind of shot. I don't see Zion Williams type athleticism. I don't see his handle. And I'm saying that to say, like, he got a lot of work to do.
You're holding it against him that he went to Duke, too.
Yeah, that too. I'm just not hyped on these Duke kids. Besides Jason
Kyrie Irving, Brandon Ingram,
I fuck with
Zion Williamson, Paulo Banchero. F out of here.
You ain't said nobody that moved the needle. Like, he ain't coming like that. He coming like, all right.
Will he be the rookie of the year?
Nope.
Well, King, what you think, man?
I don't know, bro. Again, I have no clue, man. Shout out to Div in Playback today. He said that his comparison for Cooper Flagg is Paul George. And I said, if he's Paul George, that's a nice player. I mean, if it's Paul George and a good team, you know, from the beginning of his career, that's a great player, great career. My question is he generational, bro? That generational tag is just, I don't know.
I agree. You heard me talk about this before. Let me say some stuff real quick, man. For one, you know how I feel about this, man. I think we talked about it when we had Daryl on the show with us. The most misused word of all time when it comes to sports is generational. I hate when people just throw that word around all willy-nilly, and just because you're a good player, all of a sudden they label you generational. That's not how generational works. There's a reason why it's generational, because it's something that we only see once in a generation, right? Not every good player is a generational player, you know? And so, you know, we were telling, I think we told some of the Glow Yard last Friday, when we were talking about, when they're saying like comparing it to Kawhi Leonard and guys like that. Kawhi Leonard coming out of college wasn't considered generational. He had to work his way to that. We're talking about a guy that you're saying is going to change the franchise, or you heard, as like Stephen A. Smith just said, is going to change the league, coming into the league. That's what a generational player does, right? And so that's what you're expecting him to be coming in. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm a huge fan of the NBA draft. I watch the NBA draft every year. It never fails. Even if I don't know anything about any of the players coming out of the draft, I watch the draft every year because I want to see what these people project these people to be. And then I can see them from that day to the end of their career and see if that's what they actually become, what people project them to be or whatever, right? So, like, for me, especially lately, I don't watch a lot of college basketball, if any. You know what I'm saying? I'm not into college basketball like I used to be. So if somebody tells me about a player, I usually get my information from, for example, the Glow Yard. When they told us about Derek Lively last year, I had no idea I knew who Derek Lively was. I'm saying, as far as I knew nothing about his game. I didn't know anything about the kid, right? What he can do, all that stuff. So it took the Glow Yard telling us this kid could do this and that and this. And then it's like, okay, y'all telling us this. Let me go look at some stuff and see if I can get an idea of what y'all saying and see if it projects to what he's doing on the court. We said day one of Summer League. Okay. I'm sold, right? It's a lot of times we see these guys, and especially with being in the draft, we be completely wrong about it. right? I was completely wrong about Luka. I said that story before. I was completely wrong about Luka. I wanted, I forgot who I wanted to draft that year. I wanted a big. I think I wanted Mo Bamba or somebody like that, right? I wanted a big to go along with Dennis Smith Jr. or whatever, right? We end up getting Luka, because the rest is history. So the fact that you got this kid that people are already putting this weight on, I'm not going to be one of those people. I see a couple of highlight clips and I'm like, I just don't see it. I'm to the point now, understanding that I have not really watched a lot of him in college. The most I've watched of him is those clips we saw during the USA games or the scrimmage or whatever. That's not a lot to take away from that. You might have seen a couple shots, a one drive or whatever, and that's it. We're taking the whole entire projection of his career off of those 3 clips or whatever, right? For me, I need to see it a little bit more. I need to get more to understand, so I can get an understanding of what he can be or who he is or whatever, right? Because I didn't see him in college. I'm only going by what people are telling me. And so I think a lot of people we live in this era now where a lot of people want to be right about this. So they can say, see, I called it back when. Instead of saying, you know what? Let me just see what this kid going to be, because I could be wrong. Let me see what this kid going to be, and then I'll go from there. People don't want to do that. They want to be first. I say he's going to be trash, he's trash. Or I say he's going to be good, now he's good or whatever. And it's like, bro, it's okay to sit back and just let it play out and then kind of get an idea or understanding of what you're watching. But people don't look at stuff that way nowadays, bro.
I agree.
And that's why we get a lot of disconnect within. It's not even just sports; it's in life in general, bro. When it comes to certain conversations with people, I told Cuz when we were talking about on Cuz We Geek the other day, I said people don't look at things in a mature way no more, bro. But I couldn't say no more. Just in general, nobody looks at things maturely no more. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I said, like, for me, I'm not gonna sit here and say what the kid gonna be. I can't say it because I didn't really watch a lot of them. So I'm trying to wait. Let me see. Let me get some summer league in them. Let me some preseason, something like that. A few games into the season. Let me get an idea of who this kid is before I start saying, he ain't gonna be that. But then now you're just hating. You don't know a lot about this kid or whatever. So that's why when you hear guys like Tony Allen, because the reason why I played that clip, because one thing Tony Allen said was he kind of had it's this like stereotype about Duke players. That used to be the case 15 years ago. You can't say that nowadays. Like you said, you naming off guys, Banchero, Kyrie, Jason Tatum. You know what I'm saying? You're naming off these guys who are good players now in the league that came from Duke. This ain't Duke of yesteryears where people were saying, like, man, you got the Christian Leitners, you got Luol Dangs of the world. It's like, they're pretty solid players or whatever. They're not a player you can build a franchise around.
Shane Battier's.
Yeah, exactly. Shane Battier's of the world, right? You can't say that no more, bro. You got these guys now coming in here, man, who are number one options and stuff and leading their teams to playoffs and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when he said that, I was like, come on, man. That's you got to get a kid a little more credit than that. If you actually watched him and you have that mind frame, I got you. But from what it sounds like he's doing, it sounds like he kind of hating on the kid because everybody else is saying all this stuff about him. Instead of just saying, let me sit back and let me see if I can catch a few of his games or whatever, or go back and look at some of his film or something like that, because he ought to know how to break down film. He did it in the NBA. So let me go check out some of his film and see what the kid's talking about. But instead, it's like, so all y'all saying he gonna be this and that and this? I don't think he gonna be that now. It's like, come on, Tony. And so, but once again, King, I go back to this. When people told us, certain people told us, you let the guys who played the game talk about the game. Like, a lot of them guys don't look at it maturely, bro. They got built-in bias. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, just my little rant, bro. Like I said, I'm not going to sit here and kill the kid. I don't know nothing about the kid. I don't go by what people telling me or whatever, right? ESPN telling me. I don't listen to ESPN. So I'm definitely going to have to sit back and watch for myself, man, and see what this kid can do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I hope the kid do succeed, man. You know what I'm saying? I hope he succeeds. I hope he turns out as good as everybody say he is, man. Because, listen, we've seen it before. You put these kids on these guys on these pedestals. They put them up. They constantly pushing them up. They mess up that one time and they cutting their legs off from under, bro. We've seen it so many times. They set him up to fail. And I'm hoping it's not one of them cases where they do that to him, where they trying to make him like the great white hype. They put him up there, and if he messes up one time, it's like, oh, nope, that's it. And it's cut the legs off from under him. And it's like, well, damn. Get a kid some room to grow a little bit, man, and grow into that or whatever. But
he's in an excellent situation, though, bro.
Yeah, he is.
So
I mean, like I think we said this on the members only. Like, how many times have you seen these players come into the league? With Jason Tatum, for example, right? You came into a team.
Yeah.
James Worthy, you came into a team.
Yeah.
Larry Bird, you came into a team. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I think it now it heightens his floor for me, just based off him being on the Mavericks. That's why I think he's going to be a good player. I don't think he's going to be trash. I think he's going to be an all-star at least. But generational is, like you said,
I need to. That's why I said I'm not gonna say he's not gonna be generational. I need to see him first before I can say, okay, I can see the generational part. Now it's safe for me to say that I think he's gonna be a good player, right? That's the bar. You're starting off right there. Okay. Now that's gonna depend on you. It's gonna depend on you if you go up or you go down. Right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say you're a good player. If you start showing some flashes, like I said this before, with generational players, you see it off the jump. And with the situation that he's going to be in, like I said, he got a way better situation than Dirk was in or Luka was in when they first came to the Mavericks, right? You have a stacked team now. You know what I'm saying? And so he's going to have the opportunity because, like I said, Kyrie going to be out. So you're going to have the opportunity and you're going to have a better supporting cast around you. You're going to have centers. Yeah. Supposedly the rumor is that they're going after guards or whatever for ball handling and all that stuff. So you're going to have the opportunity when you start day one to be successful compared to a lot of other rookies that came into the league. You know what I'm saying? Because he could have went to Washington.
Yeah.
He would have been lost like Alex Sarr. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to get a kid a chance, bro. I'm starting off right here. I think he's going to be good. It'll depend on him if he goes up or he goes down, bro. That's all I got to say.
I agree with you. Yeah, but, excuse me, he's a white guy that they're throwing that generational term around with. So he got to compete with Larry Bird at the end of the day.
Let's think about this. This is why I kind of, I'm not saying I think he's gonna be generational. This is why I'm kind of like if they're putting that type of label, how many white guys do you know? Take out Larry Bird. How many white guys do you know after Larry Bird? What they call it generational?
Yeah. Some people try to call Luka generational, I guess, but not in this level. Yeah, and that might be it.
Like, so for Luka, there was some mixed bags on him coming out. Like there were people who believed in him were saying he's generational. People who didn't believe him were saying he wasn't, right? With Cooper Flagg, I'm hearing a lot of people say this kid is gonna be good. He a generational player and all that stuff. Other than, like I said, Tony, probably the first time I heard somebody say something negative. Other than if you want to count the one like what Boogie was talking about, trading him for Kevin Durant and stuff like that. I've heard people say trade that pick for X player or whatever.
I don't even think Tony Allen was being negative though. So what I think with that last part of the statement, what he said, none of those guys are needle movers.
I'm not saying he being negative. I'm just saying like it's kind of like you looking at a Rotten Tomato score, right?
Yeah.
You might not necessarily say the movie's trash, but you might not have a positive as far as the number wise of what that movie is compared to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying like as far as
you're not gonna rate him a 10, you probably rate him like a 7 or something like that.
Yeah, 7. Yes, there you go. Right, that's perfect example. So that's why I'm saying like when I said negative compared to everybody else, what I meant. I ain't saying like he like you said he ain't saying he's gonna be trash or nothing. He just saying like I think he's gonna be a good player. I just don't think he's gonna be at that level that everybody else is saying. Like I said, the only thing I took out of that is when he talked about the Duke players. Like you can use that argument about 15 years ago. You can't use that now. Maybe longer than that, but
like I said, you gotta somebody eventually, I guess it's like Michael Jordan and all, somebody eventually gotta be better than these guys. So they talking about him like he about to be the guy that's gonna compete with Bird, bro. Like he gonna be the guy that's gonna be better than Bird because of the defensive side of the basketball. And he gonna already be on a team that can compete to get championships right away, like he should. So like that Kobe Bryant kind of mindset where he can just be behind somebody, but he got 2 guys. Really, I think I said to you before, he should never be less than a number 2 on the team because his first year he'll be the number 2 already with Kyrie being hurt. And I don't think Kyrie should ever be able to take a spot. If he's that guy, Kyrie should never take a spot. And truthfully, at some point, he should take AD's spot.
So who's that going to depend on? Him, Kyrie, or a kid?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna give most of the
like you had to do a pie.
Got to do a pie chart mostly on Cooper Flagg.
Okay.
I'm not one to say, my coach and all that stuff. No, I think when you're a generational guy, you make other guys move. Like Kobe made Eddie Jones and Nick Van Exel on him. He had to move. You feel me? Because at some point he said, I was there.
Donnie Nelson cleared out the deck for Luka and that.
Yeah, about to say Luka and them said, move everybody. Like you got to go. It's mine or whatever. Michael Jordan became just Michael Jordan. Hey, what we going to do now? He might like these guys, these generational guys. They move guys like they're that good. It's because when they get the ball in their hand.
Technically, they did move Reggie Theus right before Jordan got there. Like they already knew what pick they was
Yeah,
getting.
well, yeah, there you go. Yes,
no, I mean,
Reggie
so
Theus, technically, yes. So
yeah, technically, yeah.
But yes, you understand what I'm saying. He had George Gervin there as well. People don't know that, but at the end of his career. But yeah, Michael Jordan was there doing that thing. Kobe Bryant, just generational guys. When I think of in general, you move guys. Even Larry Bird and all that stuff. Like what is that? Cornbread and all that. Won the Finals MVP, but it's like it's not your team though. It's Larry Bird's team. So like you move people, and that's what even Magic Johnson moved Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
And they moved what's the guard name?
Norman.
Thank you.
Was it
Norman?
Nixon?
I about to say Norman Powell. Yeah, Norman Nixon. Yes, they moved him.
Yep.
But
I
agree with you. I agree with you. Like I said,
it's for them. It's on them. Like they're that good. You shouldn't have to. Nothing takes away their shine because they're that good. It doesn't matter what you do. You play Luke at the power forward position, you still figure out he's a point guard. You feel what I'm saying? Like because he's that good.
Can you see him being a ball handler like that?
Not like Luka level, no, but
like a Denny level.
They saying
about Turkoglu level.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Is he going to be a ball handler like Kevin Durant level? Do you think?
Yeah, I'm about to wait and see. I can't even answer that,
bro. That's what I'm saying. I can't. It's like everybody acts like this is easy. Like that's the. But I'm not trying to be xenophobic. I know it's like weird because it's like you said, like it's rare that you get a generational label on a white guy. Like that isn't normal. So I gotta see it, bro. Like I'm not saying he's gonna be trash. I do think he got skill and all that, but to call him like to say he's gonna be Kawhi Leonard is, I ain't gonna lie, I can't see that right now, but maybe
yeah,
so.
I think he even said himself. I saw a clip where they asked him, and he said he got offense like Jason Tatum, and he got defense. Like I think it was either Kawhi Leonard or like Paul George or somebody, bro. So I'm like, we're gonna see, man.
I mean, Jason, that's what I'm saying. Somebody said Dave said Paul George. Isn't that basically Paul George? But he'll be on a winning situation. Even Paul George had to be a number one in all the beginning. He never had to be at the beginning of his career be a number two or number three.
Because ain't Paul George and Jason Tatum about the same type of offensive player? You would say
if you took Paul George Indiana days and put him on Jason Tatum team, I think they could still win. Like with last year's team, if you took,
I agree with you. But I'm just saying, you think that they're the same level as far as offense?
Paul George was like somewhere around there. Paul George got to like a top 10 player in his peak. Probably got to a top 10.
Yeah, because if you want to count him being a top 10 player when he was number 2 or number 3 in MVP votes or whatever.
Yeah, OKC and all that coming from Indiana. He got to like a top 10 player. That's what I'm saying. Like
he probably got top 10 when he was in Indiana.
Yeah, and if Cooper Flagg is Jason Tatum, that's not a bad career. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's my thing. So that would be generational, I guess. You feel me? Like you feel what I'm saying? Like that's kind of, I don't want to make it a race thing, but it is like it's generational for a white guy if he becomes Jason Tatum. Like, bro, you one of the best white guys of all time. You feel what I'm saying? But if it was Jason Tatum being Jason Tatum, we not calling Jason Tatum generational. You understand where I'm going with that?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Like if Gordon Hayward ended up being Jason Tatum, we like Gordon Hayward's generational. We would have said Gordon Hayward's generational. But he's not. He's Gordon Hayward.
Gordon Hayward would have been a Hall of Famer.
Absolutely. Because Jason Tatum's a Hall of Famer. You feel me? So we've been like, okay, that's awesome. So I don't know. Like is he gonna be better than Larry Bird? Like we got Larry, we got Joker, we got Dirk. You feel me? You got Luka playing right now.
Is he gonna be better? Is he gonna be better than Dirk?
Is he gonna be better than Luka? How about that? That's a start.
Listen, if he can become Dirk,
is he better than Luka?
Of course, with handlers and all that stuff.
He got to be better than Luka though, because Dirk's still better than Luka right now. He got to be better than Luka. Is he better than Luka? That's the question. The Mavericks, I guess, banking on that, Nico, when they got the person they hoping better than Luka.
I mean, I don't think anybody doubts that he probably is the best player in the draft, though.
Maybe.
I don't hear anybody else saying that. What they call that? Consensus number one.
Yeah,
that's what. Yeah, he's consensus number one.
He may. I'm not going to say so. Yes, he's consensus number one. Once this draft happened, it's like a hindsight. You can't say somebody else should have went number one because Cooper Flagg should go number one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not guaranteeing he's going to be the best player in the draft, though, because you may have that Kawhi Leonard player, that guy that's not the consensus top guy, whatever, like that becomes that dude. So
I mean, they did say this is a deep draft.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Say it's a bunch of guys, so it's not like
I wouldn't be surprised if that happened because, like you said, I'm hearing that this is a deep draft or whatever. So
they saying Ron Harper's son is nice. He like a point guard. He might end up in the number 2 pick with Wemby and all them. You feel me? Running with them like with Stephon Castle and them. So it's I don't know, bro. Like I said, this. I do believe this draft is going to be a memorable draft. Like it's going to have a bunch of players that we're going to like recognize in the future. Will Cooper Flagg be the generational guy? Will it be like people talking about this might be one of the greatest draft, if not the greatest draft of all time? That's what I'm hearing folks saying.
Yeah, me too. I heard people say that.
So we'll see.
So yeah, if you're gonna be a greatest draft of all time, that means you gotta be better than the '96 draft.
Yeah, you gotta be better than '96, 2003, 2018,
83.
Feel me? Like a whole bunch of those drafts. You gotta be better than those. So what's that? 84?
Oh, so I say 83, my bad. 84, yeah.
84, 96. Yep.
96. 03, 18, yeah. We'll see, bro. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. What was that segment brought to you by?
Fanatics. This I Was Told segment is brought to you by the folks over at Fanatics. Fanatics is the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love the most, including WWE. You can earn fan cash to redeem in your orders, jersey protection for when your favorite player is traded or changes teams. They also have an unrivaled selection of authentic fan gear and Fanatics exclusives that are only available on the site. So if you need some merch and are interested in helping the channel, scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link, which is always in the description.
Man, let's not waste no time and get to the recap. You already know what we're talking about, King. We're talking playoffs. Playoffs? You know what I'm saying? We're talking playoffs. So as you know, it is a conference finals, King. Conference finals. Matter of fact, man, we got the first one up here, man. We got the Knicks versus the Pacers. Matter of fact, who's winning that game?
I think the Pacers won.
Oh, they did win.
Yeah, I think they came back and won in OT.
Dang,
OT.
Bro, Brunson was clowning. Yep, they won by 3. Man. Shout out to Rick Carlisle. I mean, now that we know that the Pacers are up 1-0, man, who you got in the series? Does that sway you? Or you saying, nah?
I'm not going to change. I'm not going to change. And this is not like I think all these teams good. You feel me? Like I think all the remaining teams are here for a reason. They good. So I'm not like, this is more of a bias because my guy, JB, I was going with the Knicks in 7 just for that. Like I have nothing but respect for, like I said, I think Halliburton is going to be now. He already is, in my opinion. He's a playoff performer. He's a big game performer. I told you in-season tournament that first year they made it to the finals, Holly was going off. We were talking about, is he the next point guard or whatever like that. So, and then now playoffs last year, Eastern Conference Finals, back-to-back 2 years in a row. Like there's no question on this guy's name anymore. I have nothing else to say. He's one of the greatest Pacers of all time already. That I'm going that far. So there's only a couple guys maybe ahead of him that I can think of. But yeah, bro, I'm gonna go with the Knicks in 7 just based off of Jalen Brunson, because that's my guy as well. Maverick and all, $56 million. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Knicks in 7. Not looking good right now. The Pacers stole one already, so
I think that's all the Pacers needed.
If they win game 2, it's a wrap.
Bro, listen. Man, I'm about to shock the world, King. I think I'm gonna take Pacers in 7, bro.
That's fine. That's not shocking the world. They up 1-0 right now.
Shock the world. Hey, you know everybody wants the Knicks and the Wolves in the finals, man. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. No, a lot of folks in Playback won the Pacers ago. They were rooting for the Pacers.
Oh, okay. Well, you know why. But
yeah, you know why. You all right. Bro, I don't understand why it ain't like it's a difference when somebody like demands to leave your team. You feel me though? When somebody demands to leave your team, it's like all right, but it's like I'm like, okay.
I mean, it's what it is. They cheated him, but okay. But anyway.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I got Pacers at 7, man. You know what, King? No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna wait till we get to that round. But I got Pacers at 7, man.
You got the Pacers winning the championship. This guy going, you got Rick Carlisle, your favorite coach that you want to kick away, winning the championship. Rick Carlisle won the championship over Indiana, though.
Bruh.
Rick Carlisle.
Yeah, right.
No.
Yeah.
Rick Carlisle.
You better say top 10.
He's starting to, he in the top 10. He's starting to creep. He's starting to sniff. Rick Carlisle, one of the greatest coaches. I think Rick Carlisle, if he win the championship, better than Steve Kerr.
Ooh.
As far as the talent I've seen him having all from Detroit, Indiana, and all that, Dallas, the teams I think that if Rick Carlisle won a championship this year, he's a better coach than Steve Kerr.
Sir, you just
hey,
you know what I'm saying? Jesus. I'm not gonna argue with you, bro, but you that was a hot take, man.
It's not hot. I'm not saying that Steve Kerr not top 15 still, you feel me? But I'm just saying, bro, like Rick Carlisle he was the coach of 2011. You feel me? Like all that credit go to Dirk. Rick Carlisle was the coach on that team. He gotta get some credit for it. You feel me? Like, and then at the Pacers, they went to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, and everybody thought it was like a one and done, a fluke. Yeah, and they go win the championship this year. Nobody projected them to win. That'd be 2 times that Rick Carlisle has won with 2 different organizations where nobody predicted his team to win the championship. And I think they'd be the 4th seed both times, wouldn't it?
Yep. Wait, no.
Were Mavericks 3 that year or 4? I thought they played. It might have been 3 because I think LA was 2, right? LA might have been 2 that year. It might have been 2-3.
Who was 1 that year? Was that the year San Antonio lost?
I think it was San Antonio. They lost to OKC, right?
No, he lost to. He did lose to OKC. Who was number 1 then?
Was that wasn't the year they lost to Memphis? Was it? Was it the year they lost? That might have been the year they lost to Memphis. Actually,
that might be the year they lost to Memphis.
Might be the year they lost to Memphis. Yeah.
Loyard, do your job, man. Let us know.
That might be one.
As time goes further away, man, that still start running together. That might have been the year. That might have been the year.
But either way, Rick Carlisle, bro, of just not being. I was just saying, going back to that, he was not expected to do that. If you think he won a championship this year, that's stupid. That's 2 runs. That's dumb,
bro.
That would be dumb.
Wait, it will be done, bro. Shout out to Rick Carlisle, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. And last but not least, we got the West. We got OKC up 1-0 on the T-Wolves. Bro, I forgot T-Wolves was 6 seed, bro.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, they were like 4 games off of the 3rd seed. So it's not like they just like way back there or nothing. But
actually, 2 games. I think the Lakers won how many? 50 or 51?
I thought they won like 52, I thought.
I didn't think they won that many. I thought it was like 50 or 51.
You might be right.
But yeah, they were close. But I'm gonna go with the Thunder, and this one is 6. I think I may have picked the Timberwolves if I said before this, like people slept on the Thunder. I thought the Thunder all year were the 2nd best team in the West behind the Mavericks. I thought the only team that were going to beat the Maverick or beat the Thunder and be like, oh my goodness, for real, were the Dallas Mavericks. I know I went with Denver and all, but then don't go with that guy. But yeah, I'm gonna go with OKC to win this one at 6, bro. The Timberwolves, I don't think this is a good matchup for them. I thought they matched up better with the Nuggets to get to the finals, but I don't think they're like a great team yet. I think they're the weakest of the 4 teams probably remaining. I think they just just does his thing, and Julius Randle's been stepping up this playoffs. Like the Julius Randle cat trade is probably.
Hold on, say that again.
Julius Randle stepped up this playoffs. Like I think before this season, everybody wondered why they made that trade happen. Like that just felt stupid. Like that made no sense. And now it may be like the best trade for two teams of all time.
Yeah, but I say both even.
Yeah,
trade,
where it's an even
are...
trade, and it's like, hey, this worked out, and the Timberwolves got a pick for it, so yeah, but I think this is the way their line stops, unless Ant did some superhuman stuff. But I got the Thunder winning in 6. I know SJ just got his MVP, and I got them going to the finals. And I'd have said that before the game 1 too. I was saying that in playback just to let everybody know.
I'm not gonna lie. I needed to see game 1 to kind of get an idea of what how it's gonna kind of look. I know they can do adjustments and all that stuff, but now I'm with you. I'm gonna say Thunder in 7 though. Yeah, I could be wrong. We've seen Ant. We've seen him kind of.
They don't have enough ball handling. They don't have enough people that can control a ball on the Timberwolves, bro. That can actually really point guards. You feel me? Like,
bro,
they got guys that do too much.
Familiar.
I'm just saying. So OKC likes to take advantage of that. They like to turn the ball over and just run. And you gotta have guys that can slow the game down in the half court. That's why Kyrie and Luka beat them last year.
Because matter of fact, who they got? Conley,
Ant, and Julius Randle. And
yeah,
Chinsko, if he going to be doing so, you feel me? Like guys like that, they don't have a guy that really can settle them down. Ant has to be superhuman. He has to have his best Luka impersonation on offense and all that type of stuff. So I'm going with OKC, bro. I think they're clicking right now. They're moving. They got the first game. I think the Timberwolves only got a chance if they win game 2. If they go back to Minnesota, even though they haven't lost a game at home, I think if they go down 2-0, they're not beating them both times in Minnesota.
Yeah, they definitely have to do some adjustments too, bro. Yeah, they definitely gonna have to adjust in game 2.
What they gonna do?
I
don't know what, bro. Timberwolves kind of they kind of were a lucky team in the playoffs this year. They played the Lakers with a guy that didn't want to play the center and all that stuff, so they basically just had a mismatch. They didn't have to make any adjustments at all because JJ Redick didn't want to adjust to them. Right. Second round, the best player on the floor, in most opinion, was out after game 1, and Golden State was winning that game. You feel me? Was destroying the Timberwolves.
That's a good point.
And then they're here now, so it's not a knock. They got what they were last year, which is awesome with Julius Randle, and Julius Randle showed up. Like, I don't think even if Julius Randle was trash the rest of the playoffs, it don't matter. He's changed his reputation at least for 1 year. And like I said, I think this is where they stopped. Though I think OKC just too much for him right now, bro.
No, I agree. I got Thunder in 7. But yeah, that's our pick so far, man. Y'all already know what to do, man. Comment. If you are watching this after the live, comment down below in the description box who y'all got in the Eastern Conference Finals and who you got in the Western Conference Finals. All right, King. You ready to get to the next segment, bro?
Yes, sir.
No, you're not ready, bro, because you got to pause. This is what Kendrick Perkins had to say.
Perk, you wouldn't have wanted to face Jokic in Game 7 in an elimination game. Look at this. Jokic is one of 2 players to have 25 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists when facing elimination. The other player is LeBron James.
Jokic wouldn't have wanted this smoke. Kobe said I was the best post defender in the league. Huh? Kobe Bryant, yeah.
He wouldn't have wanted Wait, you're saying Jokic wouldn't have wanted you? Okay. It all goes down.
I want you to go first on this one, Pause.
I don't even know where to begin. Why do people still listen to Kendrick Perkins?
I don't know, man.
Why does Kendrick Perkins act like we don't have tape on his career? My thing is, hey, that's all cute and everything that he think he can beat Jokic. Bro, you struggle with guys like Blake Griffin, who couldn't stretch the floor, who couldn't pass like Jokic. No, we got our opinions on Jokic and all that stuff. But even with all that, ain't no damn Kendrick Perkins. You couldn't even guard Pau Gasol. And you saying you gonna guard Jokic.
You disrespect, bro.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What did OKC bring him in for?
For defense.
Okay, now what did he do in OKC?
Then they make it to the finals.
Is it because of him? If you if you don't believe me, won't you ask his teammates?
They got beef though, man. Come on, that's
gotcha.
That's because him and Kevin Durant got. I'm actually totally different. That's why I wanted you to go first. I'm actually not pausing Kendrick Perkins on this one. I think Kendrick Perkins on to something. I think it's some smoke here. So let me explain why I think there's smoke. I'm with you with the whole why they talk Kendrick Perkins all, but a couple things. Kendrick was there. Kendrick was one of the best post defenders in the NBA back then. I think one of the reasons why the Lakers, I'm not saying it's the only reason why, but why they have that championship with Kobe, that second one, is because Kendrick Perkins missed it. Like, it was a difficult time when Kendrick Perkins was there. When he went to OKC, he did the same thing. And I think when we saw Joker play against defenders like a Kendrick Perkins, i.e. like the Dwight Howard, I'm not saying on the same level, but Joker was having struggles. And Joker in Game 7, I don't feel like he is the greatest. I've seen him in a few Game 7s now, other than the one against the Clippers when they won that 3-1 in 2 years. And that one, I feel like it's more Jamal Murray. So, like, I don't. Yeah, if you force Joker to just be a jump shooter in Game 7, I don't think they're gonna beat you. So I think Kendrick Perkins will be all right, bro. I ain't gonna say you're gonna stop him, but 25, 10, and 5, you hold the Joker to that, you're fine. I expect more than that from the Joker in the Game 7.
Let me ask you another question.
Mm-hmm.
If he was that dude on defense, why did he one bounce around the league and two didn't last long in the league?
I felt like he was there for a second, like 10 years, wasn't he?
What was he reduced to in those 10 years? The last like 4 or 5 years.
Okay, so one, like I said again, he tore his knee in Boston, right? When he was starting as a champion, as a starter, and the year they went to the finals again, they did not have him, right? Because the first year when he played, him and Kevin Garnett made Pau Gasol be nothing. Pau Gasol was doing not anything against either one of them. Pau Gasol started going off when he was gone, and it was just Kevin Garnett there by himself. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm just saying Kendrick Perkins was helping out. And when he went to the Thunder, they made it to the finals. So, I know they hating on him and all, but he's a starting center for a finals team, man. Like, hey, everybody has a role. His role is to be his role. I'm not going to knock him. Like, I ain't going to say he's worst player in the world. He was going to the finals and all, bro. And he was doing his job like Kendrick was. There's a reason Kobe said that. Kobe wasn't like hyperbole or nothing like that when he said that about Kendrick Perkins. He really did say that.
I agree with Kobe. But the thing is, you said in the post. You know, Jokic played more on the outside than he do in the post.
And if you force him to shoot those shots and he missing those shots like he was doing in the series and all that, he better show up and make those shots in the Game 7, though. And in a lot of the Game 7s, I don't see Joker making those shots, is what I'm saying to you. So if you force him to be a jump shooter, then that's probably your best chance.
You're right.
That's all I'm saying. Like Kendrick in the post, if Joker can't be in the post giving you moves, giving you easy buckets, then he got to shoot jumpers. And in Game 7s, I haven't seen him be like ridiculous from the field, like shooting. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying, like I said, based off of what I've seen in the evidence, he may have a case to just be okay. I'm not saying they're gonna shut him down, but
you saying okay? That ain't what he's saying.
I mean, if you hold a guy, if Kendrick Perkins was holding Joker to 25, 10, and 5,
Rick Mahorn or somebody in the post, bro.
But if he was holding Joker to 25, 10, and 5, you feel like he's doing a job, wouldn't you? That's what I'm saying. That's not his numbers. They tried to glaze Joker's numbers in the Game 7. And I'm like, that's kind of trash. Not saying it's not kind of trash because it's not trash. But off the standard that he creates based off his
that's what I'm about to say.
It's trash based off of that. Yeah, like, bro, if again, not to compare Luka with Joker and all that, everybody Luka, but if Luka was just getting you 25, 10, and 5 in Game 7s, we'd be like, what?
But he's a leader of a dynasty, though. You can't do that.
Hey, shout out to Kendrick Perkins, though, bro. I'm not gonna pause. You can pause, and we're gonna do a half pause.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a pause.
Oh man.
But yeah, man. What was that brought to you by?
Our guys over at Playback. Thank you to our friends over at Playback for this segment. Pause. If you're tired of the national media and the annoying ways they sometimes cover sports and other events, give the Glow Sun Production channel on Playback a try. We cover new and old school basketball, wrestling, and geek culture. And just recently, we've added boxing, mixed martial arts, anime, and even video gaming. So if you have time in your busy day, give our channel on Playback a look and check out some of our replays while you're at it. Another special shout out to our favorite at Playback. Back to the show.
Yes, sir, man. It's that time of the show, man. Let's get to the questions in the comments by a new sponsor of the channel, True Classic.
Sponsored by True Classic.
On a weight loss journey and looking for a new fit, I'd like to tell you the story of a customer named Michael. See, Michael had already lost close to 30 pounds. He was looking for clothes that offered a more flattering fit, the True Classic fit. Naturally, I introduced him to our activewear.
Heads up.
He loved the softness, the stretchiness, and the moisture wickingness. Wickingness? At the end of the day, Michael walked out with 12 new active tees. Best of all, it allowed Mike to show off his progress. Instead of, hi, you're not Mike.
No.
Oh. So if you're like Mike here,
Still not Mike.
come to True Classic. We'll help you show off those gains.
All right, King. Let's get to the questions in the comments, man.
Yes, sir.
We got some. I see we got people in the comment section already not listening to what we said, but you know, that's normal. Go ahead, you saying?
It is what it is. Shout out to DDP, the entertainer himself on the promo. He says, "What's good, fellas?
What up, man? What up?
What up, DDP?" Richard, he's a Glow Yard member. He says, "Guys, this is an amazing game." Yeah, Richard, I saw it in overtime and all, but Indiana did their job, man. I told y'all from the beginning, just keep it close, even New York, and it's still a game.
What we're supposed to do?
Yeah.
On the road, yeah.
Let's see. Al called her. She's a Glow Yard member. She called her CNBC. Gee, yeah, you got to feel the player out. They are usually never what you expect when they come in. It might be a pause, but I know what you're saying, Al. I grew up. Watch, okay. Let's see. Queen, my babe, she says, let's see if the Dallas Gambles turns out to be a gym. That's what they're hoping for. Let me go to let me read this first. Joshko, he says, "Are y'all still Mavs fans or not? Does it matter, Joshko? Did you enjoy our content tonight or not?" We talked about your guy and your team. Richard also says, "I watched Magic and Bird in college and Clyde Drexler. He isn't one of them, but I'm thinking Franz."
Franz
comparison. Yeah. What up, Locke? Definitely check out Locke's channel. Check out DDP, Locke. I saw Daniel Berry highlights in here as well. All three of those guys, please.
Shout out to Daniel Berry, man. Shout out to him too.
Yes. What we overthink? It sounds like it's. Oh my goodness, I'm not even gonna read this. I ain't put CNC. What do you literally went on the whole rant of saying?
That's why I said people just ready to argue.
What the hell?
People listening, getting their feelings when people say
stuff. You just went on the whole rant about you not. Richard says, "I can see when Flagg is grown, a Dirk with defense, a healthy young Dirk. Maybe I can see that." Wow, that's he going off to who he arguing at in the comments. I'm sorry, bro. What did he hear that hurt his feelings so much?
Selective hearing, you know how they go. We used to that.
Ooh. Richard said Halliburton is a taller Mark Jackson.
I'm used to that.
Or taller Mark Jackson, or is he better? LOL. I think he's gonna be better than Mark Jackson, Richard.
Yeah, he better than Mark Jackson.
Yeah, highly that dude, man.
Some of the stuff he do offensively, no disrespect to him, but Halliburton better.
Oh, Cam, I see Cam here right there. But Cam, my guy, though. He said he's better than Steve Kerr now. Gee.
But it's Steve Kerr.
Gee. Big J says he's a glow yard man. He said I say Pacers in 6 and Rick is not top 10. If he win that chip, he is.
Ooh,
Big J.
He said Rick. Ooh, Big J.
If he win that chip, he is. Jay hate everybody to lead the Mavs though. He turn on everybody. He do on the low. He be like, man, I don't mess with them.
I did not.
That's why he wanted. Go ahead. Say what you gonna say.
Nah, I didn't think Big J would do that. I didn't think he was like, oh, he's not top 10.
But you know why I picked the Pacers in 6?
Oh,
he came on the show talking about Holly really clutch. His first thing he said was Holly really clutch. They should give a playoff clutch player of the year. And I'm looking, I ain't responding. I'm like,
so he had to cover his bases. So
make a new clutch player of the year because the clutch player of the year
had him beat Jalen Brunson, and then Rick is not a top 10. I see. I got you, Big J. I got you. I got you, Big J. I got you.
He said they were third. We were third. Lakers had the tiebreaker.
Third. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember.
That's what I thought. Spurs. He said Spurs were number 1. As far as they lost. Yep.
Hey, DDP. Is that the same year they?
Right here. They beat him.
Okay.
And they beat him in 6.
Yeah.
But that was what happened that year. Were the Spurs missing somebody or something? I feel like it was something when they were trying to make it where it wasn't the same level as the Mavericks.
I think they were. Excuse me.
They were trying to say the Grizzlies were better than number 8, I think. Like they were trying to underrate the We Believe or something like that. Like I don't know something. And I know I was excited though when the Grizzlies beat them. I ain't gonna lie. Just for that reason. To be like,
I would too. I'm like,
the team finally, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But they don't highlight that one though. I was talking about the Mavs.
Nah.
Which is crazy. Like they got beat by AC too.
Yep. Richard says on Rick, just asking how many coaches have won in both conferences. That's a pretty big deal. Yeah. Phil Jackson. What's his name? Pat Riley.
Yeah, Pat Riley. Wait, hold on. Oh, Lakers. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Pat Riley. Yeah.
I say Pat Riley didn't. Is that it?
No, I forgot about Miami.
Is it Phil and Pat though? Is that it? That you can think of right now? Doc didn't win one in like LA or nothing like that.
So they won one.
Yeah, so I think it is. I think it might just be Phil and
Larry Brown got one.
Yep.
Yeah, that might be the only 2. Cause I can't. No.
Eric says, "Did the Mavs last season beat every current team in the playoffs this year?" No. But I do think the Mavs this year, Eric, like when the season starts, that team that was on the roster beats every team in the playoffs this year. Richard says McDaniels is the X factor. If he shows up, many wins. Could be.
Yeah.
DDP says OKC in 5.
Ooh. Okay.
Cam also says he got the T-Wolves, but OKC could win the series early.
What you got him in, though, Cam? If you do pick the T-Wolves, who you got him in?
Got to be at least 6 now.
I'm thinking he probably saying 6.
Yeah. DDP says never forget OKC code was supposed to have Tyson Chandler, but Doc vetoed the trade. Yep, due to the toe injury. Next season he was traded to Dallas, and OKC traded for. Was that Perk? Yep.
Perk, yeah. He was a consolation prize. I remember that.
Their core is what he said. OKC core, yeah. They would have, man, if OKC would have got Tyson, though. No, that's a different beast. Like Perk not better than Tyson Chandler. I'm not saying that.
That would have been. Man, I'm so glad he didn't get
KD, Russ, Harden, Ibaka, and Tyson. Yeah, that'd have been nasty.
Thank you.
Big J said Perk is the best post defender of all time. But DDP did hold up. Give him his credit. That's right, DDP. Perk, prior to ACL injury in the 2010 finals, was a bigger impact. Big. I actually felt Boston losing to LA in 7 was due in part to his injury. Post-injury, though, was. Thank you. Thank you, DDP. Thank you.
No, I agree with it, though.
He had the injury. That's what I'm saying to you. You talk about why his career was over because he got hurt.
That's fine. But I still think he would have did nothing to Jokic.
He's never been anything but garbage as an analyst, though. He farms these sort of segments to keep his name in the NBA. Yes, true. Everybody. That's ESPN, WWE. What up, Latte? The Glow Yacht man.
Somebody showed a video of Perk changing his style or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
When he first came in, like, you know, for ESPN, like you said, he was just speaking on general stuff. And then
was
it's
cool
like,
at the beginning.
Yeah, he
All of
was. And then it's like once I think Ron Holland got fired or whatever, he quit or left or whatever he did. I think he tried to slide into that position, bro. And
Yeah, I think so. That's why, like, what's this guy, Zach Lowe's and stuff like that, they get fired because you can't just be that. I think they go talk to Stephen A. Smith and say, what do you need me to be? And they say, well, you got to do a little bit of this and that, and they become those guys. So
what can you do to keep the ratings?
Yes, to keep people looking and hot takes and all that type of stuff. Yep. Latte says, what's up? Good show. Been busy with life and back to studying. Hope y'all doing well. Amazing win for the Pacers. This series is going to be good. I believe so too, Latte. But New York has to win game 2, though.
And they at home. They got to.
Yeah. Nancy's a Glow Yard member. She says, hey, guys, how are you doing tonight? Can't complain, Nancy.
Hey, Nancy.
That was a crazy game, tight back and forth.
Yeah, I missed the last. I missed the tail end of the game.
After saying tight. Austin's a Glow Yard member. He says, what is the busy potential, or what's the best, I guess, maybe? What is the busy potential on Flagg and y'all opinions? For some reason, I feel like he would be a bust. I don't know. He might just be a white thing. LOL. I'm white, by the way. No hate. Yeah, Austin, I know you white. That's what I said about the xenophobia and all that. Like, it's just weird to picture him being a Kawhi. I'm not saying he can't, though. Like, obviously we got Luke and all them type of guys, but I don't know. When I heard Div say Paul George, I kind of started saying, okay, let's see if you can get to a Paul George level. That's a good place to be if you can get there.
And for me, I can't tell you, Austin, like I said in the beginning of the show, I didn't watch a lot of them. I'm going to say this again because people don't listen when we talk. They think they pick certain words out of your statement and then put it together and say, oh, you said this. Anyway, so for me, I don't know. Like I said, I didn't watch a lot of them. I'm not going to say he's going to be a bust. I think he's going to be a good player. Like I said before, his bar's right here. You're a good player. It's going to depend on him if he's over that bar or he's under that bar, right? There's a lot of factors that can help him be over the bar. We talked about the team that he has around him coming into the league day one, right? So it's really going to depend on him if he's going to be under that bar or over that bar. So as far as bust, I can't say he's going to be a bust. I don't know a lot about the kid. So, but I just told King, how many times have you heard generational being thrown around on a white guy? So if you hear a lot of people throwing, I'm not saying they're right. I'm just saying if you're hearing them using the word generational on a white guy, there might be something there. There might be something there. You know what I'm saying? So it might be some smoke, like King said. So I'm ready to see the kid and see what he can do.
I'm myself as well.
And see it for myself.
Oh, he has the magnifying glass definitely on him, so he better be ready for that pressure because he attacked Luke and all that stuff too.
Yeah, like I said, it's you heard him saying the words generational. So you got generational. He's the type of player that not only can change that people saying could change your franchise, but could change the league. So that is a lot of pressure on this kid.
Usually, when I hear people say generational, that's saying to me you should be a top 20 player of all time.
Yeah, generational.
I'm real talk. When I hear people say, "Yo, you generational," I'm like, all right, well, this dude about to be a top 20 player of all time. That's what we should expect from him. If he doesn't get there, then he
and also like I said, for me, when I hear generational, we should be able to see it off the bat. Yep. Not saying you finna go ahead and drop 30 off the bat, but you should see that certain things that flashes potential. I mean, flashes generational right off the bat.
Yep. You should know who he is by his first year. You should really be generational. You should be like, yo, that dude. He's him. He does this and this and this. He's gonna get just
like King said, to the point this kid is so good, you're ready to move cats out the way for this dude off the jump.
You see what he's good at, and you just say he's gonna get better at these things. That's usually what you start seeing right away. Like, dang, he cold. People can't stop that. So we'll see.
So, but if he got Kawhi Leonard type of defense as a rookie,
yeah,
he's starting off good right now.
He might be better than Kawhi Leonard. No, I can't say Kawhi Leonard might be more athletic. I don't know, bro, because he don't have the injuries and all. But his offense was already better than Kawhi Leonard's.
Yeah.
So his defense is Kawhi Leonard-ish. We'll see. We'll see. They're gonna put a target on his chest also because he's white. So people can go at him. So he better have that defense as well. So Big J says I'm not hating on JB. So I think JB is cold. I was saying that how he stepped up in the playoffs. That shot over Giannis, multiple shots in Cleveland. But I mean, facts. I'm about to say false. Facts, Big J. Two things can be true at the same time. You still hating though. And last but not least,
Big J said he's gonna be ready for you on Friday, man.
I'm ready, Big J. Pause. Al said, last but not least, sorry for the CNBC. This tablet changed the LOL. I was saying my favorite player from Duke was what's that? Mike Jaminski. Did I say that correct? Jaminski, Al. And he didn't play in the NBA long, but not all Duke b-ball players succeed in the NBA. So they one and done now. Like one and done players, it's a difference. Like it don't even matter no more. That was more of when guys would stay around. They became
like 2 or
system
3
players. Yeah, they were system players in Duke and weren't really like the greatest type of players. But like now the guys are one and done. It don't matter where you go. You just find talent to go somewhere and then they play there 1 year and then they gone. So
and then they got the new portal and then they got the kids being paid. So whoever can give them the most money, they'll go there. So
we real talk. By the end of this season, well, 2025, 2026, we should really be having a conversation about who's going to be the best guy on the Dallas Mavericks. And really maybe not this year. I'm not going to say this year. Like this year, I'm telling you, he should be solidified as a number 2 the first year. By his second year, we should be having that conversation, especially with AD being 34, 35, I think by then or whatever. We should now be talking about Cooper Flagg should be the best player on the Dallas Mavericks. Because Luka's second year was what, 28 or whatever we knew by then. We knew Luka was a top 10 player in the league by second year, if not top 5 already. So that's what I'm saying. That's generational. LeBron by his second year, you knew he was a top 5 player in the NBA. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's generational to me. Jordan first year, I had to remind folks he was putting up 20. Jordan first year was better than Kobe Bryant. Was better than Kobe Bryant MVP year. Jordan's rookie year was better than Kobe Bryant's MVP year. That's what I tell folks. That's generational to me. That's Magic Johnson going and dropping 40 points in the game 7 and all, and you feel me in the playoffs. That's to win a championship. That's generational. To lead a team and do whatever I need you to do. Larry Bird doing the same thing and feel that's generational. That's those guys. He generational. Y'all call him generational. I told you I wasn't even ready to throw the label generational. They did it for Zion. I don't think he's generational. They did it for Wemby. I'm not even ready to throw it on Wemby. I told you Wemby to me is a Ralph Sampson 2.0. I just think Ralph Sampson got hurt.
He Ralph
Sampson, bro. He Ralph Sampson 2.0. That's what Wemby is.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe he can last longer than Ralph, but that's what he is to me. And let me get this last one because we can end it. Richard says if Flagg is that guy, he should take the small forward spot and not only saying I'm best on the team, but might be in the NBA his first year. I don't know. I see Franz LOL.
He gonna start. They're gonna move Clay to the bench. If they still have Clay, they're gonna move Clay to the bench.
I don't like that. You like that move? Jason Kidd playing around already. I don't like that. He's talking about putting Cooper Flagg at the number 2. They're talking about putting Flagg at the number 2.
No, who?
They said the Kid talked about a lineup he could see playing with Kyrie at the 1, Cooper Flagg at the 2, PJ at the 3, AD at the 4, and Lively at the 5, bro. Yeah, Jason Kidd. So he gonna start Cooper out of position. Remember, LeBron was a 2 at the beginning, though. Most guys they start a position.
Remember too, LeBron before he got that growth spurt was like 6'7".
Yeah,
he was like 6'7", like 220. So he was right around that size of a 2 guard or whatever. Then he shot to what 6'9", 250 whatever it is, 260 whatever
at his most, bro, probably. But
yeah,
Luka was a power forward at the beginning. You feel me? Like I think Kevin Durant was a shooting guard at the beginning.
Yeah, he was.
Dirk was a small forward.
They had Green at the 3.
Yeah, because usually you got older guys there that don't want to right away say you better than me. They want to play and see if they can stay there, whatever. Because Dirk was a small forward.
Now let me say this though, Kevin Durant had handles, which is why he could play the 2.
Yes, so I don't know.
Is Cooper's handles like that, bro, for him to be able to play the 2?
People be telling me now that he that dude. Now they try to tell me he is, and that he gonna do a little bit of this and that. So we'll see.
We're gonna see. I can't wait till Summer League, man. Let's get to the draft first, then Summer League. But yeah, man. Listen, man, we definitely appreciate everybody rocking with you boys for another episode of Cap and Crown, man. Listen, if you guys are new to the channel, into NBA content, man, go ahead and do us a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button, man. Join us here for all NBA conversations, whether it be new or old. Also, to everybody, hit them likes for us tonight, man. Help us get them likes up, man, so we can build that algorithm up to find more NBA fans like yourselves. Also, too, man, if you want to become a member of the channel, like we saw some of the people here on the screen, simply hit that join button next to the subscribe button right there, man, and consider becoming a member of the channel. We have members only shows every Friday morning for the members. Man, we had a good show last Friday, man. That was a pretty good show. So shout out to the members of the channel, man, for the support and all that stuff, man. We definitely appreciate y'all, man.
Shout out to Big J.
Y'all shout out to Big J. Y'all pretty much keep the lights on, man, pretty much. So we definitely appreciate y'all, man. Also too, man, follow me on my other channel, Cuz We Geeks, where we talk about all things in the geek culture involving movies and television. Me and Cuz finally have a schedule set. We're gonna do single topic shows on every Tuesday evening, and then we're gonna do full-time shows every Saturday morning, y'all. So join us this Saturday morning as we talk about certain things that has came out. I think Matt Reeves might be done with the first draft of the Batman 2. We'll see how that goes. We've heard that before. And some other news, man. So I think we're gonna probably talk about the Batman. I think Supergirl finished rapping, all that type of stuff. We'll talk about that stuff on Saturday morning. So join us over there, man, on Cuz We Geek, man, and help us get to our second goal of our first 500. Kings, or anything else I'm missing?
Follow me on my other channel, We Talk Combats, where we talk about all things combat sports and entertainment. We have an upcoming show. Me and my 4 other co-hosts this Sunday. We'll be talking about the Saturday night main event on Saturday night, and also Raw and SmackDown that happened on Monday and Friday. We do that every Sunday. We'll recap the shows of WWE for the week, and also some other combat sports if something important happened. And help us out. We try and get our goal of 500 subscribers over there as well. We appreciate all the support we've been getting over there. And also, guys, share more. Share over here. A like is an equivalent of a share. Help us out over here. We had a lot of folks actually join us today again. We appreciate you guys. Pass the word. We do this NBA content every week. We try to do it Mondays and Wednesdays. Today is technically the Monday show because we had to postpone. We usually do a recap on Mondays, which was today. And then we also do a old school debate type show on Wednesdays, which will be tomorrow instead. And like Rel said, we do Fridays for members only in the morning. So join us over here, y'all. We talk a lot of NBA content. We're going to bring y'all that fire. Next year should be an amazing year. So our first year doing it, well, half year, and next year will be the full year. So help us out, and we appreciate you.
Also too, man, like I said, follow me on Cuz We Geeks. We did drop a video yesterday talking about the new Jurassic Park. I ain't saying Jurassic Park. Cuz gonna kill me. Jurassic World Rebirth trailer. The first official trailer just released. So me and Cuz talked about that, man. So if y'all seen the trailer, man, come on, go over there to the show, man. The comment section, let us know what y'all thought about that trailer, and hit that subscribe button too if you're new. But yeah, I think that's all I got, Cuz. King. Check this out. Also too, shout out to DDP. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to True Classic, the new sponsors, man. Just trying to help grow that too. So shout out to them. We need to put a link there in the comments section. I completely forgot.
Let me get that discount code, DDP. Let your boy get that discount code. What you doing?
You know what I'm saying? Hey, great wear, man. I haven't tried some on, man. It's pretty comfortable, man. So you definitely can't go wrong, man, with True Classic, man. So y'all go ahead, just follow that website I saw there on the promo. We're gonna start adding the links there too in the comment section too, guys. So there you go. With all that being said, man, it is your boys, Relle and King of Cap and Crown. We will be back here tomorrow, y'all. We'll be back tomorrow evening for another episode, y'all. So join us here tomorrow. And y'all already know. Cap and Crown.